Hi guys, as we know, Brexit is not going very well 3 years on. And while there are still some supporters of it at the Bank of England, it's becoming more and more difficult to ignore its impact. Here, one of the economists who works at the central bank answered a question from Sky News about Brexit. Has the forecast changed in his opinion? Have a listen to his interesting response.
Well, Brexit is, as Andrew said in his opening remarks, has been something that has pulled down potential output in our country in our assessment. That's been our assessment for many years, as you know. And we've not changed our estimate of the long run effects, but we've brought some of them forward. We think probably they're coming in faster than we first expected, even if the long run effect is no different. But over periods of time, yes, it's having some effect on growth, although ultimately and cumulatively no bigger an effect than we assessed some years ago. But you're right that based on the numbers for trade and some degree on the numbers for investment, we think those effects have come through somewhat faster than we initially envisaged.
Okay, so it does sound like he's trying to downplay the impact of Brexit here, but then he turns around and says, well, it's actually happening faster than we had predicted, but it's still pretty crap. So it's crap, but the crap is arriving sooner than we had believed, we had anticipated. And this is clear, and we're seeing results also from the IMF, we're seeing from other independent bodies who are saying things are not going well. Other economies are starting to recover from the pandemic, but Britain has been left behind. And there were some forecasts made, predictions made about what Britain would be like today if Brexit had not happened, if the pandemic had not happened, if the war in Ukraine had not happened. And the UK would be in one of the strongest positions probably in Europe. But all of these things happened, and some of those, of course, you have no control over. The pandemic and the war in Ukraine, there's no control over that. But when it comes to Brexit, yes, this was self-inflicted, self-imposed barriers to trade. And as we know, nothing is going to change until the parties decide to be honest with the public about it and start trying to make some changes to try and reduce the impact of Brexit. But as I said before, none of this is going to have any real impact until the UK rejoins the EU and eventually the single market. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.